I'd like to finish this, set of three with this appeal. I know a rough list of who's still in current Kobu. Um, I'd like to speak to Joy. I've called once to try to actually talk to her on the phone, and I didn't get to. And again, I understand what some of you think of me and what I've done. I actually know what some ex-members out here think of me and what I've done in regards to writing a history of the group, keeping the website going, articles that I've published about the group, about Stewart. I know I'm hoping against hope in a sense by making an appeal to you all, but I'd like to speak to Joy now and just ask her a few things and say a few things. Joy, we lived in Philadelphia together for a little while at the Lamb House. You were nice to me. I was pretty young. I was 18 years old at the time. And I still have a picture of you fixing something in the basement. You were using a power drill. You were still wearing your dress that you used. I believe you were a teacher at the time. And so I found it quite interesting that and fun that you were in your full teacher's dress, but you were using a power drill and a vise, and you're fixing something. And I was impressed by that. But that's how I remember you. That's how I know you, from those moments, those times in Philadelphia. But Joy, what I wanted to say to you then and now, when I wanted to call you on the phone and also now, is that you knew Anne. You lived with Anne long enough to know that she wouldn't lie about what she wrote, her account of the Princeton years. She told the truth about Stewart, and he's never contacted her, apologized. He's never made it right. And I believe that her account is accurate. I don't believe she would make up anything. I believe that anyone who would think that she is lying or misstating anything is suspect. So I would just ask you, Joy, in the privacy of your heart, consider that if Anne is telling the truth, on that count alone, Stewart should have been dismissed long ago. And his behavior towards sisters now, although still married to Gail, his behavior towards Tara McAndrews, his behavior towards anyone else in the past, grounds for dismissal. And I believe you know that. So I would ask you to consider that. I would say to Noel, you know the truth. You know that Anne, our Anne, or you know who I'm speaking about, she's telling the truth. And you, Noel, also experienced Stewart Trail firsthand. It's time for the brethren of the Church of Bible Understanding to finally say, Jesus first, only Jesus, nothing in between me and my Lord. And teachers of the Bible, pastors, bishops, servants of Christ, they submit to the authority of the Bible. And if they don't meet the authority in Scripture for their office, for what they are supposed to be doing, then they need to be dismissed. Whether or not Stewart's saved is irrelevant. He's taken the office of bishop, of pastor in that church. There are biblical